Welcome back to the channel, lads. It's episode number 43 of our Tranmere Rovers Road to Glory career mode. As we know, it's been a poor start to our Premier League campaign. Just 1 point from our opening 4 games. We've only scored just a goal, which came in our last game against Nottingham Forest. Up next is Wolverhampton Wanderers, and that, I know it's early stages, but it's a must-win game for us, or at least we cannot lose that game to Wolverhampton Wanderers. But it's good starts for the likes of City, Bournemouth, Spurs and Arsenal, who are in the top 4 right now. What we will do pretty quickly, actually, transfer offer here for Enis Cameron, which I will go on and accept. Otherwise, we will lose him on a free come the end of the January transfer window, as he will have 6 or less months in his contract at that time. So I will try to do a deal here for him. Now, the good thing about this is if we do manage to get a deal sorted here, he's not going to leave us until the January transfer window opens. But I'm happy to do the deal for 800k. They should be fine with that. Yep, they're going to pay us 800k for Enis Cameron. You know, sometimes as the gaffer, you've got to make tough calls, and letting a player like Enis Cameron leave, who's been pivotal for us in our journey to the Premier League. But it's time to part ways, isn't it? 65 rated. It's for the better of the team, for the better of the squad. I think we can bring in a player better than him at this stage of our journey. But Lydian Galimuna is now 70 rated, by the way, which is incredible. Alex Driscoll is still 67 rated. And the other one is Basdi Kuning, who we loaned out to Gillingham. He's now 62 rated. He's gone up by +6 overall in less than a month of going out on loan. Now, that's incredible. But what I will do pretty quickly is try to sort out new contracts for some of our defenders here. Rhys Williams being one of them, Kumatio as well. New contracts for him. Humphreys, the main one really that I want to keep here moving forward. He's unhappy with his contract at the moment, and he's got a year and 9 months left in that contract. With Maxime Descartes getting a crucial first team role and 73 rated, it makes sense for Humphreys to be important squad role for us. And then the likes of Kumatio and Rhys Williams can go on to be squad rotation options for us if we can sort out those deals. For 3 years extension, 13k a week, and some clean sheets and signing on bonus there for our young centre-back, still 19 years of age, by the way. Easy to forget, but he's doing quite well for us. He's done quite well in the last couple of seasons. Similar type of contract here for Joseph Goodwin, who is up next. Again, huge wage increase there from 3.6k a week to 14k a week. But the fact that we have decided to keep him, being 72 rated, he does reflect that type of wages in terms of what we're giving to other players. But he should be happy to sign this one. Not quite what he wants, but he will sign the contract for the next 3 seasons here at Tranmere Rovers. Well then, Billy, I think we're going to have a problem here. I'm not willing to give you 15k in wages. The fact that the likes of Descartes, Humphreys and Joseph Goodwin are on less than that. Now we're going to try and bring down that wages to around 12k a week, and that is the maximum I'm willing to go. If he doesn't accept that, well, this is it's not going to work. I can't give you 15k a week. I can't justify giving you more money compared to the other defenders that we have just renewed. I'm going to end this negotiation here, which is a shame. We might end up getting rid of him at some stage by the end of this season, or maybe at the start of next season. But for now, he will remain with his current contract. It's a shame that we couldn't come to a reasonable agreement for Billy Kumatio. You know, Descartes is on 15k. Galimuna, I couldn't control much of that. He automatically got that when we promoted him from the academy. Goodwin is on 14k. Humphreys is on 13k and 71 rated. Now, the fact that Kumatio is 70 rated, I would want to keep him around 12k in wages. But it's a shame that we couldn't come to that agreement. Yes, he could say, okay, my argument is I did help this team get promoted last season from the championship, so I deserve to be paid more. But then we will say, so did Humphreys, and so did a few other players who have accepted a reasonable wages. But anyway, next on the line here is Rhys Williams. Hopefully he's got 9 months left in his contract. We did sign him on a free. This shouldn't be an issue. I don't want to give you an important role. Now, this could be an issue. 69 rated squad rotation role. That is the most I'm willing to go here. I'm so sorry. You're not going to be an important starter for us this season. And once again, I am going to end this negotiation here. Important role? No way you're getting that squad rotation role. When you're ready for that, we will try and sort one out for you. But 9 months left in his contract. I am a little bit worried, but let's see. Maybe we might get him to accept a squad rotation role later on this season. You know, maybe I have been a little bit harsh to the likes of Kumetio and Rhys Williams. I mean, in the case of Kumetio, he's 70 rated. Yes, he was fantastic for us last season in getting promoted, but I cannot justify giving a 70 rated player and 15k in wages. The likes of Caregive, who is 77 rated, is on 18k a week. The difference is only 3k. But anyway, enough of that right now. We've got a big game here against Wolves to focus on. Like I said, this is at least a must not lose game for us given the start of our season. This season, if we lose this game, it will make it so much difficult for us. And Donnell straight into the hands of the goalkeeper there. The long range efforts. Wolves are going to try and play this one out from the back. Bueno goes over the top to Mateusz Cunha, who we have just got the here we go for, by the way, that he will be joining Manchester United. And that's Liam Delap, who puts Wolverhampton Wanderers in front 11 minutes into this game. Not the start we wanted, it's just made it so much more difficult for us to concede so early in the game, man. And that's just come from Wolves. You know, we had a shot straight into the hands of the Wolves goalkeeper. They just played it out from the back, and all of a sudden, so much space as Lauritsen tried to find the far corner there. Goes for the finesse shot, but it is off target. The longer this game carries on like this, I feel like we need to get the equalizer just before the end of the first half. And Caregive dispossessed, but he wins possession straight back for us. Webster plays in Kone, waits for the run. Kone, a little bit of patience. Caregive finds Charlie Webster. Get it! And that's what you want from our attacking players. Two players that were fantastic for us last season. Caregive getting the assist, and Webster getting the goal, and Kone was also involved in that build-up, wasn't he? Our striker, Richard Kone. We wanted that equalizer before the end of the first half. We got that equalizer before the end of the first half. Humphreys winning possession back for us. Kone has made a good run. He's kept himself onside. I had to delay that pass for him to get back onside. Kone, this time, finds Charlie Webster in the same position and the same outcome. Back of the net. It's a brace for our skipper for the game against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Oh my God, what a turnaround. Within the space of 5 minutes, we got the equalizer, and we have gone on to score the second goal here to get ourselves in front for the first time in this game. Substitution rather. Is that Moussa Diaby coming on to... Yeah, that was Moussa Diaby coming on. I've just seen he was just in possession a couple of minutes ago, out on that right-hand side, of course. As Montesi finds Belgrade to Liam Delap, who tries to find Cunha. Oh my God, what are you doing there, son? Come on, 5 minutes to hang on. What a game, by the way, between Liverpool and Brighton. It's 3-2 to the away team there, Liverpool. What a game, 5-goal thriller. I would like to see the highlights of that game. Diaby crossing to the box. That's a good header there, I believe, from Dekar. Caregive wins possession over the top, looking for the third. But I don't think Kone is going to get there. It doesn't matter anyway, because we turned the game around and we have collected all 3 points here at the Molineux. 1-0 down in the first half. Within the space of 5 minutes before the end of the first half, we got the equalizer and got the second goal. That's interesting that Liam Delap got the man of the match against Wolves. I mean, there was a player called Charlie Webster who got a brace in that game. We seem to all have forgotten. But anyway, our next game, it's Wolverhampton Wanderers again. This time, it's in the Carabao Cup, the second round of the Carabao Cup. Here is Cameron, and that 800k in transfers has been completed. He will be leaving us when the January transfer window opens. But Wolves, they'll be tougher this time, being in the Carabao Cup, as you know. These teams want to try and have a cup run if they can, whilst they might be in a relegation fight this season. I suppose the fans will be hoping for them to have a cup run similar to ourselves. Of course, we want to try and have a cup run this season if we can. Liam Delap also got into the team of the week there. I have just seen. Let's take a look at that team of the week. Did any of our players get into the team of the week? Yeah, Charlie Webster and Humphreys, who I thought was really good as well, got into the team of the week. Good to see. But let's go straight into the next one here. It's away from home. It's Wolverhampton Wanderers again. It's the Carabao Cup. Come on, the Rovers. I know it was only Wolves in our last game, and we're facing them here again. And by only Wolves, no disrespect to them, by the way. They are a decent side. What I'm trying to say is they were a championship team as ourselves last season. They were promoted together with us last season. So scoring 2 goals against them, we shouldn't be carried away. But I do believe there are goals in this team, though. I'm a little bit worried that we might not score enough. But if we play to our potential, especially that forward three, and not the forward three that have started this game, because Mulligan starts, and this one, Harvey Vale, is playing from the right-hand side. Let's see if he can cut in on his left foot. It might just be a little bit better from the right-hand side, but I think I want to play with a left footer from that left-hand side this season. I don't want to be cutting in all the time from the left and right-hand side. You know, we are happy with... Oh, Cunha goes for it there. We are happy with Caregive when he starts, and not when he starts. He starts most of the games for us. So when Caregive is on the right-hand side, or the left-hand side rather, oh my God, I can't get my sights right in this game. When Caregive is on the right-hand side, I'm happy with him cutting inside, but I want the other sort of white player to be able to go more on the outside. Now it will make us a balanced team this season, isn't it? Not always trying to cut inside, but sometimes go on the outside and try to put crosses into the box as well with his strongest foot. It's a big tackle, a little bit slow in getting up though. Harvey Vale recovers possession for us. O'Connor is going to go out wide. Square into the box. Oh, I think it's an own goal. I think it's an own goal. Lee O'Connor, our skipper, starts this game. He's not going to start too many of the league games, but he will get the opportunity to start the cup games, especially in the early rounds like this. Bueno there. I don't think there's much he could have done, really. If he never had a touch to it, I think that was Mulligan waiting on the far post to tap that one home. So either way, it was going to be a goal. I'm sure the defender would not want an own goal to his name. But this time, we get the first goal. We know what happened in the last game, though. Big interception there from Lee O'Connor. He started this game quite well, but we know what happened in the last game. We conceded and then went on to win the game. You know, you would hope we don't suffer the same fate here as Wolves did in the last game. So far, the game has slowed down a little bit. What a pass that would have been. But Buckley comes out to collect that one. It looks like we're going to at least take the 1-0 lead into the first half. One last attack there, maybe. But Wolves win possession back. We will take the 1-0 advantage into the first half. Come on. Space for Diaby, the number 7. Once again, he's come off the bench for this game. I don't know why he doesn't start game for Wolves. His pace is so threatening. Even the last game when he came off the bench, he was one of their most impressive players in the second half. I don't know why he doesn't start. Joao Gomez replaced by Muntesi there. Let's try and play out from the back if we can. It's a good ball into the feet of Harvey Vale. We haven't seen too much of him in this game. To be fair, we haven't seen too much of many of these flyers today. But Savage, our record signing, gets his first goal in the Tranmere Rovers shirt. Oh, he's made that run from midfield, a powerful run from midfield, which was one of the reasons we decided to go for him. He's a big lad. He's made the run. Oh, I cannot believe. I wish we would play Wolves every week. If we play them every week, we will stay up this season in the Premier League. Yeah, this is a cup game, but you know what I mean. Come on, we've got to keep the clean sheet now. 1 minute of stoppage time to go. 90-minute played. The referee's added 2 minutes, and we've gone past that 2 minutes. Big opportunity there. How is he not scored from that? It goes back to Gomez. Gomez now to Diaby, the number 7. He puts a cross on the box. Cameron off the bench in the second half. Oh, he makes a vital header there on the far post to stop Wolves from potentially getting what was a consolidation goal. It would have been anyway. But a 2-0 victory for us in the second round of the Carabao Cup. I'll take it. A little bit of confidence building. This is back-to-back wins for us now. That's a shame, you know. Kai White, who I do believe had a good potential in the academy. I think somewhere around 85 to the low 90s potential. 17 years of age as well. And we have lost him on a free. Completely missed that one. But it is what it is. Over the last few seasons, we have lost some decent players. I'm sure we will go on to find 1 or 2 more. I'll tell you what I've been thinking about a little bit recently. How many points do you think will be enough to survive the drop this season? Now, 4 points from our opening 5 games. That's a win, a draw, and 3 defeats. Last season, Southampton survived on 34 points, and Sheffield United were relegated on 28 points. So I do think we would need to pick up 30 points at least to stay up this season, and that's 5 points closer, 25 points to go. I think 30 points will be the magic number to stay up this season. I could be wrong. It could just be one of those seasons where you might need close to 40 points. I hope that's not the case, but it's Tottenham up next at Prenton Park. Come on, the Rovers. So the other day I was looking at recent histories of teams that were promoted from the Championship to the Premier League and have managed to keep their place at the end of the season, retain their Premier League status. And you know what they all have in common, right? They all won games against the teams that you'd expect them to compete against. By that, they all won games against teams that were promoted the same time as them, and they all won games against teams that are in the lower to mid-table side. And you know what that did for them? And that meant when they went on to face the so-called bigger teams in the Premier League, you know, they went into those games with less pressure, less expectations, because they have done their job against the lower to relegation Premier League sides. Oh, Humphreys, everything he does so well. I don't very often use this phrase for defenders, but he does feel like a Rolls Royce of a defender. And Humphreys, you know, everything he does so nonchalant, so much ability. He's still only 19 years of age. He's going to get better. Across to the far post there. Dealt by the Tottenham fullback. The away team in possession here. Abbott out wide. He goes inside to Silva. But anyway, my point is the fact that we've won against Wolves, it means we can go into a game against a team like Tottenham with less pressure, less expectation. And if we do manage to win or get something out of this game, even better. But we're not gonna, it's not like we have to win this game. You know, winning this game, our survival doesn't depend on winning a game against Tottenham. That is my point. But that is the commentator's cares just then. I've just praised Humphreys for his ability, everything he does so well. And he's made a mistake on the back, which could cost us a goal here. And Abbott converts and gives Tottenham the lead. Commentator's cares, really. It happens all the time. As soon as you praise a player, just know that player is going to go on to make an error for you. Oh, maybe I should stop praising this players, man. But at the same time, I can't criticize him. I can only sing his praise. Really, he's been fantastic for us. Humphreys, ever since we promoted him, he's a young defender. Ultimately, he's going to make mistakes. That's a big chance, by the way, for Tottenham. It could have been 2-0 up before the end of the first half here for Spurs, but they haven't taken that advantage. Kergib, one of the first times we've got him into possession here. The hold-up play again from Kone is good. Oh, Savage gets away from his man. He scored his first goal in the Tranmere Rovers shirt in our last game in the cup, in the Carabao Cup against Wolves. And he's got his first Premier League goal here. Our record signing is stepping up for us early on here in the season. We need this though from our midfielders. Maybe our attacking players are not going to score enough goals to keep us up. We need our midfielders to chip in with 1 or 2 goals as well. Charlie Webster got 2 against Wolves, and now Charlie Savage, the 2 Charlies getting goals for us. Wide for Tottenham. Silva have got so much space to go into. I was trying to get Humphreys to come across there, but the fullback seemed to recover well. The cross there, or the shot rather, is blocked. And he go. I'm not sure whether that was a cross or a shot that he was attempting. The Tottenham white player was attempting to go for there, but Chukwueze, he terrorized us in the cup competition last season, didn't he? When we faced Tottenham, he was a handful. I believe he scored a brace in that game. So far, though, he has been very quiet. Chukwueze, oh no! Here we go again. Commentator's curse. I just said, so far he's been really quiet for us. And guess who goes on and scores? It feels like every team we face now, their go-to celebration when they score is to go and hug their manager, which is a little bit strange. You know, I know players like to hug their managers, but it's becoming too much right now. It's like every team wants to rub it on our face, like, oh, that's a good chance there. A good save, rather, I should say, from Courtois, who's in goal for Tottenham. That's an unlikely signing to happen in real life. I mean, we all know the AI signings are never realistic anyway. Look at some of the players that Tottenham have signed here. The likes of, is it Zubimendi midfield for them? Or is it I'm not quite sure who that is. It's just been taken away. But here is Silva out wide. We've got to focus on the final couple of minutes here. We can't concede the third. It's comfortable for Bergstrom in goal. One final attack here, maybe, if we can get this from back to front quickly. It's a good ball to Lauritsen. Lauritsen couldn't get away from his man to go out wide. Donnell tries to play it to Kergib, but he just couldn't keep it in. And that's the end of the game. It's a defeat to Tottenham, as we would have expected, really. Like I said, our survival this season does not depend on winning games against this sort of team, but we have to collect points against the lower league sides. And going straight into our final game of today's episode, then, it's another Premier League game away from home against Southampton. The Saints have actually started the season not too bad, I believe, just above us right now in the league. And like I said in the last game against Tottenham, our survival in the Premier League does not depend on winning games against the traditional top 6, top 8, or maybe top 10 sides rather. But teams like Southampton, I do believe if we play to our strength, if we play to our potential, we could possibly get something out of this one. And this is how we're going to line up. Bergstrom in goal, a back four of Donnell, Humphreys, Dekar, and of course Joseph Goodwin, Kergib, Richard Kone, and Harvey Vale as our attacking trio for this one. You know what's funny though? When I look at that Southampton team, I don't think they're that much better than us. They don't look that much better than us. When I look at that Southampton team, the likes of Smallwood in midfield is probably on par with the level of midfielders that we have got. Edozie out wide is also probably level on par in terms of our attacking options that we have got. But the first shot goes to the Saints. Wide here to Charlie Savage, who's been impressive in our last couple of games, getting the goals, is working hard in midfield, disrupts the play quite well, which it's not something that you tend to see a lot. But Charlie Webster sets it up to Lauritsen. Oh, what a touch! What a touch from Kergib! That is what we've missed from him this season. It's took him 6 appearances to be able to find his form in the Premier League. He's got 1 or 2 assists already, to be fair. But that is his first goal in the Premier League. That touch, though, the softest of touch, the most subtle of touch to just keep the ball away from the sliding defender there. And of course, as soon as he goes past his man, we know he can be clinical. And he gets us the first goal here, his first goal of the season. And the attack again. Second goal could be on the cards here. Donnell loses possession though. And from defense to attack, Southampton on the left-hand side goes inside to Chimetti, who they would have signed from Everton, it looks like. And it's a block. Who is that to make that block? It is, of course, Humphreys. He made a mistake against Tottenham to concede that first goal, but that's not going to stop me from praising him. He's been a really, that's one of the reasons we, of course, gave him that new contract at the start of today's episode. It's been really good for us. But weaving his way through there, the shot though from Chimeti, just off target. Calm down, calm down. We took the lead earlier on in this game, but ever since then, it's been Southampton. I feel like I've been trying too hard to try and get that second goal. Nice little build up here. We will go inside to Charlie Webster. Charlie Webster, Harvey Vale has made that underlapping run on the inside, and that's why we need a left footer out on that side. We don't have to cut inside every so often, and that is the second. Looking much more comfortable now since scoring that second goal, you know. It feels like every player wants to get involved now. Every player feels like they can go on and get a goal. He took a deflection there, and the Southampton goalkeeper makes a good save. It could have been fair. Lauritsen, like I said, everyone is feeling like they can go on and cause damage right now. They can go on and score goals, create something, and this is the sort of confidence you play with when you're 2 goals off. Harvey Vale with the assist there, and Kone gets his second goal of the Premier League season. What a cross. Sometimes you have to do something a little bit different from the corner. Oh my God. We are 3-0 up against a team that have been in the Premier League for a couple of seasons now, Southampton. They were not in the Championship last season. They were in the Premier League, and they did manage to retain their Premier League status, and they pulled one back. 56-minute play, still a long time to go in this game, And it's Edozie. I think it's gone out on loan a couple of times now for Southampton. There seems to be a potential there, a player that is signed on loan from Manchester City. He came through the City Academy, isn't he? I could be wrong, but I would bet my house that he came through the City Academy. But I could be wrong, like I said. Charlie Webster out wide. Oh, I could have played that pass a little bit earlier than that. Come on. Try to ding that cross to the far post there, but it's blocked. Back to Charlie Savage. Oh my God, he's so strong. Charlie Savage can't give. Coming close to getting his second of the game. How do you miss that? You should at least work the goalkeeper there, and that would have been game over for them. The problem when you don't score goals, when you get opportunity on the other end to kill games off and you don't get that goal, it just puts you into a little bit of a panic station in the final sort of 15 minutes of this game. Oh, that's an error from Humphreys. I tried to be, to be fair, that was my error. I tried to be a little bit touch tight to the striker, and it's just spinned me. So easy. So easy to concede that goal, man. Sometimes as a defender, you just need to know when, you just give your attacking player 1 or 2 yards to say, okay, 10 then, come and beat me. Run at me. Have you got the skills to go past me? That is what I should have done there. Rather than touch too tight and from kickoff, we've gone on to get the 4th. It's Charlie Webster's 3rd goal of the season, by the way. And that is Kerr Gibbs' assist there. It's a goal and an assist for him in this game. It will be tough to pick a man of the match, because I feel like Charlie Savage, Richard Kone, Kerr Gibbs, Harvey Vale, they've all been fantastic in this game. It could be one more here. Harvey Vale going for the second. Straight into the keeper's hands. And that is it. It's a 4-2 victory for us. 3-0 up at some point in this game, especially when Southampton went 3-2. I felt like, oh my God, we could actually drop points from 3-0 up, which of course would have been disastrous for us. Against a team like Southampton, you've got to win the game when you are in front like that. But take a pick. Who is your man of the match? Webster, Savage, Kone, Harvey Vale, all fantastic performance. But Charlie Webster got the man of the match. It is now the 1st of October, and I think it's time to set up our Youth Academy scouting. I prefer to do it on the 1st of every month. I don't know what you think, but it makes it easier. On the 1st of every month, you're getting those scout reports back for you. But let's sort one out here quickly. And we have got new 4-star experience, 4-star judgment scout as per the Road to Glory rules. We can do this in the 1st season of the Premier League now. From the 2nd season, if we remain in the Premier League, we can start going for those 5-star judgment and experience scouts. We've got Januzaj, we have got Bond, and of course Van der Waal, and the Dutch scouts there. I'm not sure where to send the scout to. I do know one of them would remain in England, of course, but where we send the other two, I'm not quite sure. But I'll have a little think about it, and I'll come back to you as soon as it's all set up. Okay then, so all 3 scouts have been sent out to different locations for the next 6 months, starting with Januzaj, sent to Croatia to find us a DM, a CM, or a centre attacking midfielder. There's something about that country that knows how to produce excellent midfielders. Of course, the first one that comes to mind, the Prince of Football, recently announcing he's retiring at the end of the season, or he's leaving Real Madrid at the end of the season. Of course, it's Luka Modric, the most decorated Real Madrid player, Ballon d'Or winner, multiple Champions League winners. What a career you have had, Luka Modric. Now, can we find the next Modric in Croatia? Only time will tell. We've sent Bond to England to find us a goalkeeper. Pretty standard, really. You need a goalkeeper in the academy. It allows you to play the academy games, which can be quite useful. Van der Waal have been sent to Ivory Coast to find us a centre attacking midfielder, right winger striker, or a left winger. We do know some fantastic Ivorians have played in the Premier League in the last decade or so. Didier Drogba comes to mind, of course, Yaya Toure, Kolo Toure, the likes of even Wilfred Zaha, Solomon Kalou. These are notable names from that country that have played in the Premier League. Can we find out the next Didier Drogba from Ivory Coast? The fact that we are scouting for a striker, only time will tell, but we will wait and see. And in other news, another Premier League team have offered us a managerial position. This time, it's Wolverhampton Wanderers, following the offer we received from Chelsea at the end of last season. But we will reject this one. I don't think my job is done yet at the moment at Tranmere Rovers. There's still a few things that I'm yet to achieve with this team. Have a cup run, for example, finish mid-table in the Premier League, go into the top 6 possibly in the long run. There's still a few things that I still feel like, given time, we can achieve with this Tranmere Rovers team. I'm happy at the football club, and I'm certainly happy to remain here for the next few seasons. And one of the things I'm excited about is finding a good prospect from Croatia in that centre midfield position. Right now we've got Charlie Savage, and we've got Webster, and we have also got Lauritz. I'm happy with 3 of those players starting for us, but on the bench we've only really got Kalaparkin to come on and make a difference or start the cup games for us. We've got the likes of Henry, who is 65 rated, and sadly I don't see him getting much better than that. So if we can find a decent midfielder from Croatia, it might just save us a little bit of money going into the next season. But before we end today's episode, then let's take a look at the league table. We're mid-table right now, 7 points from our opening 7 games. Of course, victories against Wolverhampton Wanderers and Southampton has took us from the bottom of the league to 13th in the league. Coincidentally as well, both teams play with a 3 at the back or 5 at the back formation. Maybe we might just find it easier playing against teams that are set up that way. But you've got City top of the league, Tottenham in 2nd, Villa in 3rd, and Arsenal in 4th, 14 points there from their opening 7 games. Bournemouth, who started the season in the top 4, is now moved to 7th in the league, only a point though behind those Champions League places right now. Leeds United, Southampton and Brentford are the bottom 3. We're only 2 points away from the bottom 3 right now. There's still a long way to go, but we are going in the right track. Smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.